In Louisiana, the werewolf has a different name, and a darker curse. Locals call it the Rougarou, not a beast of Europe's forests but a hunter of swamps, a creature born from Catholic guilt, Cajun storytelling, and the kind of fear that keeps you awake long after the lantern's out. The Rougarou story doesn't start in Louisiana. It begins in France, with the loup-garou. When French settlers came to the swamps, they carried their legends with them. The loup-garou was a wolf curse, a punishment for sinners. But Louisiana reshaped it. The wolves of Europe became the alligators and cypress shadows of Cajun country. The Rougarou wasn't just a wolf man, it was your neighbor, your uncle, even you, if you slipped up during Lent. Imagine the idea that one broken promise to God could twist your body into fur and fangs. That's more terrifying than claws, because it makes the monster inside you. If you love stories where folklore feels like a mirror, not just a monster, subscribe. Because the Rougarou isn't just legend, it's psychology. Here's where Louisiana made the Rougarou uniquely theirs. Catholic tradition says Lent is 40 days of sacrifice. Cajun folklore twisted it. Break Lent, and the Rougarou comes for you. Some versions go further. If you break the rules, you become him. That fear was more effective than any sermon. And then came the 101-day curse. If the Rougarou scratches or bites you, you turn into one yourself for 101 days. After that, the curse jumps to the next unlucky soul, almost like a folkloric virus, passed down through sin and blood. Parents leaned on the Rougarou, kids refusing to sleep, warned them the Rougarou hunts restless wanderers, teens sneaking out at night, remind them the Rougarou loves lonely paths. It wasn't just a monster, it was a discipline tool. Picture it. You're a child, lying in a wooden shack on the bayou, mosquitoes at the window, frogs croaking in the dark, and your parents whisper, "Don't move, or the Rougarou will smell you." Tell me that wouldn't work. And yet, the Rougarou refuses to stay a bedtime story. In Cajun country, hunters still talk about glowing red eyes near the swamp's edge. Farmers whisper about cattle torn apart in ways no gator could manage. Some even claim to hear heavy two-legged footsteps in the marsh when the fog rolls in. Is it folklore that refuses to die? Or something more? Before we go deeper, hit subscribe if you want every corner of America's folklore that still creeps into the modern day. Here's the twist most outsiders don't expect. The Rougarou didn't just haunt the swamps. He crept into Mardi Gras. In Cajun communities, Rougarou costumes became part of the parades, a way of celebrating, mocking, and honoring the monster all at once. And today, entire festivals in Louisiana celebrate the Rougarou. From terrifying costumes to folklore parades, the monster is alive, but he's smiling in photos with kids. Imagine turning a werewolf curse into a tourist attraction. Only in Louisiana. What makes the Rougarou special isn't the teeth or claws, it's the layers. European werewolves are hunters. Cajun werewolves are warnings. This monster doesn't just stalk you, it stalks your conscience. Other cultures see werewolves as tragic figures, cursed against their will. The Rougarou, he's a choice. You broke Lent, you let the curse in. So the question becomes, do people really see him in the swamps, or do they just see their own guilt looking back? Here's the truth. The Rougarou is more than a Cajun werewolf. He's a mirror of the culture that created him. Catholicism's rules, Cajun storytelling's bite, and the swamp's endless shadows all rolled into one creature. But the twist is this. Monsters survive not just because they scare us, but because they say something true. And the Rougarou says, if you break your promises, if you stray into the dark, the monster you meet may be yourself. If you believe folklore is never just a story, subscribe, because legends like the Rougarou aren't just about the past, they're still stalking us today.